for Obese the Beast. I'm here with my friend Victor, and we wanted to kind of talk about something that, because we both, so he's lost, how much weight have you lost now?
43 pounds.
43?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. I remember when he first started, he came up to me and we talked a lot. That was cool. How long ago was that?
It was like December 18th, something like that.
So you had like the exact date.
4 months.
So I just figured I kind of wanted to record a video, a very kind of relaxed video. He's sitting on the floor right now, actually. I wanted to talk. I had like a subject come up in my mind earlier today, and Victor said he wanted to come over. So I was like, hey, I would love to film a video with you. And get your perspective on this as well. So I kind of want you to answer first. So what the question is that I asked him, I was like, so if you could go ahead and like talk to yourself, like your past self, the person that maybe has tried to lose weight before a bunch of times and it just didn't work out, what would you say? Like, what would you say to that person? And then like also like the person that obviously you were at the beginning of this journey, what would you say to yourself? Because I know there's times even in my journey now that I'm still on, that I've maybe kind of slipped up. So what would be your biggest, I guess, tip that you would tell yourself, your past self, about like weight loss or something?
Honestly, I would say that the biggest advice I would give myself is that nutrition is the biggest key to success.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I'm not trying to steal your thunder or anything, but like, that's something that I tell people too, is like, because you see, when you're overweight, you see those shows like The Biggest Loser, right?
Yeah.
And you see them like, all you see is the crazy workouts they do. And like how hard they push themselves in the gym, which is always good. It's always good to work out in the gym hard, but you don't see the nutrition as much. So like, I know exactly where you're coming from on that.
And I honestly feel that I've went through that stage before where all I did was play sports, and I figured that, you know, because I'm playing sports, that it'll counteract. I could eat whatever, you know. I was active, and that's just not the case, you know. You don't really realize how many calories you're bringing in, like, and how many calories you're like exerting whenever you do sports. It's so easy to eat your calories, you know, and
definitely.
It definitely adds up, you know.
The amount that you put in the gym is seriously, it can be negated so quick by how many calories you eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can go to any fast food place or even any regular restaurant and eat one of the regular entrees that are there, and then you've blown your calories for the day easily. They always, there's better choices that you can make always at the restaurants, but like, I totally see where you're coming from as far as just the nutrition is the most important thing by far. Way more important than what you're doing in the gym.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Like, do you have any, like, what would be another thing that you would tell yourself? If you just, one more thing.
Just stick with the process and don't necessarily shoot. Alright, the analogy I'll use is don't go for a 3-pointer when you can barely make layups, you know? And
nice, I like that.
What I mean by that is that, you know, don't compare yourself too much to others who have already done it, you know? Like, you're in the beginning of your journey. Everyone's going through their hardships or has gone through their hardships, you know? And just because you're not to their point yet doesn't mean you won't get there, you know?
Yeah, there's a really good saying that I've heard before. It's like, don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Because you never know how long someone's been on their weight loss journey. You never know how long someone's been doing what they're doing. So like, a lot of people, and it sucks because it sucks for me because I get a lot of people that compare themselves to me. And I'm not trying to say like I'm this awesome, like, perfect person, you know, but like, I'll have these people say like, I can never do what you do. And I'm like, you guys, it doesn't matter what I've done. My journey is my journey. Your journey is your journey.
Yeah.
So like, what I've done, it shouldn't even cross your mind. I understand it's like, you see inspiration, you get inspiration from people, but that shouldn't be like your only thing you do is you want to compare yourself to people. I don't know. That's a really good point. Don't shoot for 3-pointers if you can't make layups yet. I like that. You're so smart. You're just such a smarty pants.
No, those analogies
I would say what I've been thinking of, you have to, what I think about at least like starting a diet.
Yeah.
So, because you've already brought up nutrition is the most important thing, and I totally agree.
By far.
When you're starting a diet, and people ask me this, like, is it something you could see yourself doing in 5 or 10 years? Like, sustainability is the word for me when it comes to losing weight. It is like that's what you need to worry about is it sustainable? I don't care if it's, I could tell you could tell someone how to lose 20 pounds in 10 days, right? You don't eat anything anymore. There you go. You're gonna lose a bunch of weight, right?
Yeah.
I would never recommend that, you know? But it's like, is that sustainable? People say, and I'm not trying to hate on any diet because some diets are sustainable, but like for me, people always ask me, people always ask me, would you ever do keto or keto or ketosis, whatever you want to call it, right? What that is basically very, very low carbs, like 30 grams or under, right? And I tell them no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it because I could not sustain that over a long period of time. And then it's like the same thing with when I see people doing these crazy diets with like the weight loss shakes, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, what do you do after you're done?
Like the juice cleanse.
Yeah, the juice cleanse, or like all these different like diets and like ways to like if it says like lose weight in 10 days, lose this much this amount of pounds in 10 days, like what is it they're doing? They're just cutting your calories really, really low. You're gonna like be like hungry and crazy hungry. You're gonna lose the weight, and then you're gonna be done with the shakes, and then what's next?
You're gonna gain the weight back.
You're gonna gain the weight back.
Like, oh, what happened? You know.
I always like if I was talking to my like past self. Even the self that I've had, because like when I was losing weight before, even on this journey now, like there was a time where I was barely eating any calories, and luckily I got out of that. But like I would tell myself, John David, do you see yourself sustaining this for any amount of time? 5 years, 10 years? Do you see yourself doing this? And if the answer is no, you have to change something. You have to change something, because sustainability, because you see people, I've seen people lose all this weight and then gain it right back.
Yeah.
Because maintaining is the hardest part, right? So I don't know, sustainability is, I think, the most important thing. And obviously, like, you got to be committed. You have to like really just think about it as like, if you mess up, it's okay.
Yeah.
You just, as long as, I mean, it's not okay, right? Like, you don't want to mess up, but don't let that bring you down too much. Because if you let it bring you down too much, then like, what's the point, right? So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to bring that up. My camera's about to die, so we have to end this sooner than I wanted to. But I hope that helped you guys out. I also wanted to introduce you guys to Victor. His channel will be linked down below. He's lost a good amount of weight. I'm really proud of you, man. I love having him in the videos, and I'm sorry that I totally overtalked in this one. But
it's cool, man.
But thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Very low key. We're literally sitting on the floor in my bed.
Well, I'm sitting on the floor. He's just short.
Because you're too tall, man. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that Victor wanted to say.
Look up both of him.